Good morning. This morning, as I the dawn was breaking, I was just so fascinated by the beauty and the incredible colors that were sort of breaking through and even though it was a bit cloudy, there was just this profound colors, the most beautiful hues. And I just looked at that and thought to myself, that's exactly what's happening now. It's almost like we're coming out of a period of intense, like it was almost like we were in this period where there was this cloud around us, and we didn't quite know how to break through that cloud, and it was just in immense sort of moments where we thought to myself, oh, it's almost like I'm walking in the desert now. I'm not quite sure what is going to happen around the next corner. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to sort of come through here. How am I going to break through eventually to get back into the oasis of life again, into that life-giving force again? And that to me was so profound because in the last few days, I have just experienced this immense breakthrough, which I cannot even try to put into words. It started with all the challenges that I was facing suddenly, in so many ways from the beginning. I think it was about from October last year. And as I was going through this whole period of it, it was really a matter of being tested on all fronts, which is always happening when you're going through an initiation, because it's a matter of applying what you already know and bringing that life force into being with the mighty I am presence, which is there inside you. But what really happened was in and around my um, my whole concept of what my life was all about, and it came in the form of my France book, which has just been released. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was just had this feeling I had to go and fetch the book, which I did. And then what happened was that at that moment I knew that I had to consecrate this book. I had to go and really allow the divine light to flood this book and the divine love and the divine presence, and really put it on the altar in front of the divine. And as I did that, this whole book lit up in literally every moment of it and every bit of it as I was laying it down. And it was a moment of surrendering and saying, here it is. It's in your hands now. Whatever happens is yours. And it was in that moment that I realized that that beautiful divine energy that was energized into every page, into every word, into every photo would go out to whoever it is supposed to go out to. And it will ignite their keys and codes on these souls in ways that I never even could have imagined when I was going through my own initiations and my experiences and the revelations that came and the downloads of knowledge. To me, that is the most beautiful, beautiful gift that could have been given to me, but not just to me, but also to humankind in a greater degree. But what it's really brought me back is to get back into alignment with my thoughts, my words, my deeds, with all that I am. To really fully embrace the mighty I am presence, and to understand that the mighty I am presence is forevermore within me, just like the kingdom of heaven is forevermore in you. And as this happens, we are filled with the power of love. We are filled with the power of love within ourselves and for all of humanity. So often people who are envious or jealous or whatever, or always covet what other people have, or always think that they compare themselves negatively with others because they believe that others have got more genius than they have, or are more gifted or talented or whatever. That always shows back, because it's like a mirror showing you yourself that you are not validating what is there within you. What you see in others is there present within you. You have the same genius. You have the same gifts. You have the same beauty. You have the same, whatever they have is already there within you. It might just be in a different form or expression, because nobody is ever lacking. We are now in the state where we have to claim the opulence of life. Now, opulence is not always money. It's all the gifts that you have already with you. If you have such a loving heart and you are filled with so much love, that is already abundance. That is opulence. If you are doing the great things that you're already doing in a daily life and you do it with love, that is opulence. Money itself does not bring happiness. But if you do something with great love and it really brings you joy, that is abundance. That is the gift that life brings you. There is something that is a blessing at these times, which I'm really, like when I was seeing that dawn breaking, I thought to myself, that is what's happening with us. We are in that new dawning of a new humanity, where we fully stand in the mighty I am presence and the I am that I am. And we claim all that that brings, the whole of our ascended mastery, in that fullness of the mastery in truth are. And we are grateful for all that we can lovingly bring into the world in co-creatorship. And then there's no comparison with anybody else needed. There is no need for jealousy or envy or covetousness, because we don't need it. We don't need to stamp on other people to try and squash out their light. We stand in the fullness of our own light and our own gifts and our own talents. And in our own way, we bring this into the whole with great love. You know, I often get people that say, oh, I wish I was you. And I thought to myself, I always think to myself, do they really want all the challenges? The moments where I had nowhere to go? The moments I didn't even have a roof over my head? Do they really want to go through that? No. You see, people always look at the outside instead of looking at the inside. Looking at the inside of their own soul. And all the gifts and the talents and what they already have. And whatever they see in others is already present within themselves. That's a shadow and the light. To me, my whole experiences is always when I fully surrender all that I am, then miracles happen. As long as I think I'm in charge, I blunder. Because in truth you are here to fulfill your soul purpose and mission in your own way, and you're already doing it. That's the only reason you are here. And to do this with great love, that is a blessing. Not only for yourself, but for all the rest of humanity. And more than this, to understand that if you allow yourself to be fully filled with the I am presence, you cannot do and be other than be out there serving from the heart and soul and with great love. Because you then are standing in the truth of who and what you in truth are. I am that I am. We are in an age now with this dawning that I witnessed this morning, will dawn within each one of you. You will have the same aha moments, the same moments of revelation, where you realize how blessed you are and how much love you have to give to the greater whole, and to lovingly create from your heart with great love. To me, that is the greatest of all, that you gift humanity with love whatever is there in your heart and soul. And if we all start doing that, we will find we come together in love and with unity, not for ourselves, but for the greater good of all. And to be gifted through whatever ways and means we are asked to serve. Not all of you is called to write books. Not all of you is called to be a leader. One needs the leaders, but one also needs the ones that are doing the nitty-gritty sewing work. But yet look at the seed. When it's in the ground, what does it do? It has to die upon itself. And then when it dies, new life is born. And then that new life has got to find a way through all the layers of the earth to peep its head out and find the sun that's the dawning. And then it's got to grow and grow and grow until one day it's a mighty oak tree that stands there so rooted in the earth that no matter what happens, the tree cannot be uprooted. But it's giving life to the birds, to the insects, to all forms of life, even fungi. The tree is a miracle, and so are you. Thank you for being on this planet. And go and serve in your own way, and stand fully in your own life and light. That's why we are all contributing to life. And surrendering means that I'm always humbled, because this life is not about impressing other people. This life is about lovingly standing in the truth and who you are, so that you can sow seeds. And as I'm always told, sow the seeds, and what happened to the seeds is none of your business. Do it anyway. Go sow the seeds. Go sow the seeds of eternal life. Go sow the seeds of love. Go sow the seeds of light, of wisdom, of insight, and gift humanity. If you are called to paint, then go paint and be the best artist you can be with great love. If you are called to sing, then go and sing from your heart and your soul and all that you are. If you are called to write, then go and write with great love. If you are called to be whatever you are be. I just spoke to an IT guy the other day. And you know, when I was asking him, because I reminded him about how when I had to go and learn computers in Maritzburg, I remember there were these massive rooms with these reels of things that this was when the starting of the technology was. And we were absolutely scared to touch these things, because I thought to myself, oh my goodness, you know, we're going to touch something, this thing is going to do something. And look at today. And he was telling me what cloud stories was. His face was lit up. He so loves his job that when he starts talking about the cloud and these warehouses where these things are stored, he was opening a whole world for me that I never even thought of. You see, when you do what you love and you love what you do, you cannot be other than the love you bring into the world. Isn't that a gift? Wow. Thank you for being the love you in truth are.